Jacob Feichter hasn't needed to work in a long time. He comes to the office every day because he loves working with clients and learning about new investment opportunities, even after 80 years in the business.
I think everybody should buy, but not everybody does. They have the opportunity in their lifetime to do it.
Most weekdays, you'll find this Fort Wayne, Indiana broker-owner behind his desk in the cozy Victorian that served as his office since the late 1940s. It's the last single-family house standing in the bustling downtown area. Feichter turned 100 in March, and while the governor of Indiana bestowed him with an award and his friends and associates threw him a birthday bash, Feichter really isn't looking for fanfare. Feichter has made a few concessions to age. He's turned over many of his company's daily operations to his 3 associates, all family members. And 5 years ago, at 95, he stopped mowing his own lawn. Feichter has always taken pride in helping people of modest means find a home. For years, he and his nephew built homes around Fort Wayne.
You look around and this is pretty cheap office. But we deal with a lot of lower income people, so this is not a swanky office. We don't want it to be. We want it so most of the people that come in here feel at home.
Passion is the secret to Feichter's remarkable longevity, says his daughter Kay, who has worked with him for 35 years.
He loves real estate. He loves houses. He remembers every house he ever owned. He remembers the houses that his father built in the 1920s, the 1930s. When we go out, he says, "Oh, your grandfather built this house," or "We used to own this house. I built that house."
Feichter became a realtor in 1946 and later helped launch his MLS. He's especially proud of the year he served as his local association president. He was ahead of his time in pushing for work-life balance, establishing a policy instructing Fort Wayne real estate offices to close on Sundays so everyone could spend the day with their family.
About 90% of the offices closed down. Now keep in mind that was 1957. You could set policy then. You can't hardly set any kind of policy now.
While a lot has changed about the real estate industry over Feichter's career, age hasn't diminished his interest in keeping up with industry trends.
He loves what he's doing, but he loves traveling. He loves seeing new things, experiencing new things. He can talk to an 18-year-old about self-driving cars, just like he can talk to a 60-year-old or an 80-year-old about the war.
Feichter credits his longevity to a few basic rules.
Part of it is work well. Don't be in too many automobile or airplane accidents, because the luck has a lot to do with this. And don't drink to excess, or don't drink, probably better for you. And don't smoke. Definitely don't smoke, because it doesn't give you anything but cancer. I'm a great taker of vitamin tablets too. Barley grass, I took just barley grass. If you know that this was used by the Romans when they went over the mountains, you ever hear about them going over the mountains with elephants? Okay, well that's what they took along with them. Barley grass.
His happy 75-year marriage to his wife Lucille, who's 97, is another key to his success.
Make good decisions. I'd like to say marry a good wife too, since I'm a man, because she has helped me an awful lot. Being there when I come home mad at night because somebody turned down a deal and we had a good meal to eat, and she said, well, I said, it's going to be better next week, and next week it was better.
Working in real estate over the past 80 years taught Feichter to go outside of his comfort zone and know when to take a risk.
I used to be pretty shy, but I just decided, well, hey, I'd go down the street, and if somebody I didn't like, I'd go across the street. I said, well, you know, maybe I ought to make a friend out of him. I learned that You have to be a little brash to be a realtor.